Good, happy Saturday morning, August 10th, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, 1 in 100 million rare cotton candy lobsters caught off Maine coast. A lobster just too beautiful to eat. A Maine lobsterman caught a rare cotton candy lobster off the coast last week. The lobster was caught in Casco Bay, according to the town landing market in Falmouth. The lobster man who caught the lobster works for the market. The market is planning to put the rare lobster on display. The odds of finding a cotton candy lobster are about 1 in 100 million. Last summer, the Portland restaurant Scales posted photos of a cotton candy lobster on its Instagram page. And take a look at the video.
At Beltates, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltates Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Very cool. Seven houses of worship in New Hampshire receive grants to bolster security. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Monica Hernandez.
For 10 years, New England homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. We get the job done right at a fair price. Call today to arrange a free estimate and to reserve a spot for your 2019 roof replacement. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
You don't have to look hard to see the sign saying the parking lot has 24-hour video surveillance, the extra lighting, the barrier stopping cars from pulling right up front.
We have some security more often than we had in the past.
But Temple of Bath Yeshurun isn't sure it's enough to stop what they never want to see, a hate-fueled attack.
Over the last year, our board has had to deal with things such as anti-Semitic diatribe on social media against our congregation, about hate crime emails from supremacy groups in the state.
And they're taken even more seriously after recent deadly attacks at houses of worship across the country. That's why this Manchester temple is one of 7 New Hampshire houses of worship that will receive part of a $150,000 federal grant to help bolster security.
We want to make sure that our people are trained, and we want to make sure that our office personnel are protected in the event that there is some kind of an incident.
The grant was announced Friday, along with funding aimed at helping the state combat foreign and domestic terror threats, something this temple says is heartbreaking to think about.
When we spend time and money having to deal with the kind of incivility that we're seeing today, it means we can't do the things that we really want to do.
It's unclear how much each house of worship will receive. They had to apply for the grant with specific projects in mind.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Drugs, weapons, cash seized at Tilton home, police say. Police expect charges will be filed. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
The research is clear. Early childhood education produces some of the greatest returns on investment. A strong foundation in the early years drives positive outcomes later. It's that simple.
Guns and cash, all taken from a home on Caliph Hill Road in Tilton Thursday night in a lengthy, almost year-long investigation by local and federal investigators.
Detectives, the DEA, they put a lot of hours, thousands of hours into these cases to get to a point where they have really sound search warrants.
Police say they found several pounds of methamphetamine, 8 firearms, and between $30,000 and $40,000. The evidence was taken from the house and a vehicle that was allegedly trying to leave. Chief Robert Cormier says the driver had 2 loaded guns with him.
It's alarming. Obviously, we have to take more caution, more safety dealing with these drug sales cases.
There were multiple people inside the home, but no one was arrested. Because of the size of this case, Cormier says they likely will be indicted on federal charges.
We've really stepped up our efforts in prevention and recovery. We're doing all of those things, but we still have to stay focused on the dealers themselves too, because they're just ruining lives in every community.
Cormier says meth is a growing problem in New Hampshire, and seizing it is a priority.
It's a serious drug. It's a dangerous drug. It shouldn't be taken lightly, and like fentanyl, we want to make sure that it's not on the streets.
This remains an active investigation, and anyone with further information on the case is asked to call Tilton Police.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Child impaled by flying umbrella at Massachusetts beach. A boy was hit and injured by a flying beach umbrella Friday afternoon at Gloucester's Good Harbor Beach, officials said. The umbrella wasn't well secured and was picked up by the wind. The child was impaled through the arm, Gloucester Fire Department officials said. Carson said the boy was struck in the shoulder by the pointed edge. Witnesses said the boy was bleeding profusely, and bystanders came to apply a tourniquet to him. Photos from the scene showed emergency responders providing first aid to the child. The umbrella was removed from his arm, and the child was taken to the hospital. The boy was alert and conscious when he was taken off the beach. He was taken to Beverly Hospital for treatment and is expected to make a full recovery. Here's a Twitter photo from WCVB, John Atwater. Take a look. As you can see right here. Bear breaks into Lincoln home, eats hot dog buns, jumps on couch. Let's take a look. Fishing game officials hope to relocate animal. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Andy Hirschberger.
with blaster boats, ice...
Not since Goldilocks have 3 bears caused such a commotion. Mom and 2 cubs have been seen around this neighborhood all summer, but on Sunday, 1 cub decided to go inside a home.
Jumped in, felt around, pushed the screen out, moved it to the side.
In the house, Steve and Dee Gordon's surveillance system showed the bear grab some hot dog rolls and jump on the couch. Apparently, he went back for seconds on the buns, tried to get into an Instapot full of pulled pork, then hit the fridge.
Went back inside to the refrigerator, opened it up, picked up some whipped cream, didn't crash to the ground, it picked it up, put it down, ate the whipped cream, and then left.
The Gordons, who weren't home at the time, pulled in their driveway and saw the bear standing on their front porch. The bear left, they went in the house, and once they realized he had been inside, called police who checked the house and notified Fish and Game. But on Wednesday morning, the bear came back while Dee was asleep in her bedroom.
I heard some noise, and I decided, instead of just coming out to look at it, I was a little hesitant, knowing what happened a few days before. So I checked the Nest camera from the bedroom, and I saw the bear sitting on the couch.
Dee banged on the walls until the bear left. Fish and Game have placed a donut-baited trap at their home to catch the bear and hopefully relocate the animal. While the Gordons call the bear cute, they know how dangerous even a small one can be and hope to get this one as far away from their home as possible. Now, it is important to remember that even small bears, they are wild animals, and they demand our respect. Reporting live, Mandy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Walmart pulling violent displays, but will continue to sell guns despite pressure. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Verizon knows everyone in your family is different.
There are so many of us doing so many different things.
That's why Verizon lets everyone mix and match different unlimited plans.
That's the gamer. This is my office.
And now with more plans, everyone gets what they need without paying for things they don't. New plans start at just $35.
The plan is so reasonable, they could stay on for the rest of their
Oh,
lives.
did you get that on camera?
The network more people rely on gives you more.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. We have the wrong video there. We do not want that video. We're sorry about that. In wake of 2 mass shootings at El Paso Walmart and in downtown Dayton last weekend, the superstore has instructed employees to remove marketing material and video displays that include violent imagery from their stores. The retail, which has forced instant pressure from Democratic lawmakers and gun control advocates to stop selling guns, will continue to sell firearms. Favorite casual seacoast seafood restaurants. Let's take a look at that list from New Hampshire Magazine. The first restaurant, founded in 1950, Brown's Lobster Pond. Pound, sorry about that. The next one is Marky's Lobster Pool. The next one is Pesty's Summertime Seafood and Bar. Those are some favorite Seacoast restaurant destinations along the Seacoast from New Hampshire Magazine. Very cool indeed. And now let's take a look and see what type of events are happening today right here in New Hampshire. Lamprey Healthcare Annual 5K for Kids, 8:30 a.m., hosted by Lamprey Healthcare. Cars and coffee presented by Alpha Cars, 9 o'clock a.m. at Alpha and Euro of New England. Civil War enactment, 9 o'clock a.m., Colonial Paul Wentworth House. Veterans Count Wolfboro Pirates Cove 5K for Fun Run and Walk, 9:30 a.m., New Hampshire Boat Museum. Book sale, Derry Public Library, 9:30 a.m. The 14th Annual Cruise for Critters Motorcycle Ride, 10 o'clock a.m., Manchester Animal Shelter. Destination Antiques Annual New Hampshire Antiques Show, 10 o'clock a.m., Doubletree by Hilton in Manchester. The 2019 Crafts Fair, Mount Sunapee at 10 o'clock a.m. 2019 Special Exhibit opens all day, New Hampshire Telephone Museum. And Quilt Show and Sale, 10 o'clock a.m., All Saints Church. Those are some events happening today in New Hampshire. Also, how to help the 2019 Pack-a-Pack School Backpack Drive, now underway. Drive continues through Saturday at select locations. And if you want to see those hours for those select locations, just go to Civics Credit Union website and find those select locations before they close. And that is it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.